Hi, I'm Skye Gyngell. This is my new restaurant Spring in Somerset House. We opened on the 14th of October and we do 140 covers. We very much work in a certain way. If we had to be squeezed to use less expensive produce, greater profit margins and things like that, it wouldn't be who we were anymore. So it was really important for us to find an investor who understood what we were. And our investor very much understood that. Cooking is an expression of who you are, like anything. Like if you were to make clothes, it's an expression of who you are, or you paint. And so I am who I am, and I'm probably more who I am now in my 50s than I was, when I was younger. I feel much more of a fully formed human. We got a good review from Faye Mashler, which was incredible, and she came on the very first day of opening. So literally it was our first ever lunch. And that was very scary, and it's really nice now, 3 months after we've opened, to kind of have gotten over the reviews, and now we can get down to the business of being a kind of restaurant without kind of being like terrified about what you're going to see in the paper. My top 3 tips: the first thing you should do is do what you love, and I think you have to have the faith that the money and the success follows. But I think chasing success or money, in my experience, I think it's a very shallow thing. I think if you love what you do, you're just always passionate about it, you're always involved in it. And so I've been very, very blessed that I do exactly what I love to do. And I found it, I stumbled on it when I was 17 years of age, and I've always loved it. So I think that's incredibly important. I think you have to believe that you can do anything, and don't ever say kind of like, I think, my father used to always say to me, you can be whatever you want to be in this life, it just depends how hard you want to work to be it. And I think that's an absolute truism. I think we can be whatever we want to be, but it really depends how much work you're prepared to put in it. And I think the third thing is to have a dream and have a vision, and I think then walk walk the steps to get there, one step at a time, but always hold on to that vision. Anyone who tells you that you can have it all is not true. I think there's compromise in life everywhere. And I think that's been very hard for women. I think that thing that has been said to women in the last 10, 15 years, you can have it all and you're entitled to it. I think none of us are entitled to anything. And I also think that it just doesn't, you're always struggling somewhere. I'm perpetually thinking I should be more at home and a better mum when I'm here, and when I'm here, not here, on the weekend I feel really, really guilty about not being here. I think women cook slightly differently from men, and I think, so I'm always kind of naturally feel much more comfortable. Women are less ego-driven, I think, in their cooking more. I know that that's a real cliche, but I think we want to cook to nurture. I think there's a lot of work to do in the restaurant industry to turn this into a viable career, front and back of house. So it's really nice to see young kids really excited by food. I really feel that I'm going in a very excited way, that the kids have grown up. I'm in my last third of my life, which is positive, not depressing. I feel like, wow, the world is really my oyster. I found my 20s, 30s, early 40s quite challenging with little children and trying to work. And I feel more energetic now than I did then, and I feel really excited, and there's lots of work I want to do. I feel very strongly, and when we cook here, it's like we're just enhancing your experience with other people. It's not like about the food.